What's up, locker room? I want to talk about this UFC because there's a lot going on in UFC. Both sides, too. I'm talking about both sides, the women and the men. First, let's attack this Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano fight. Ronda Rousey, I saw the presser says that this is the biggest fight in the UFC right now. Right now, it's the biggest fight that can be made in the UFC. And it really wasn't the UFC because it was Jake Paul sitting up there and promoting it and not Dana White. But she was saying, even though they're going to fight, MMA style, you incorporate. She's been out of the game for just so long, you don't even have to say for, just say ever. When you've been out that long, you don't have to say forever, it's just ever. Because for makes it limited too much. And in Gina, she's been out the game ever. Been so long, you don't have to say for her either. And think about that. Think about that. Both of these young ladies have been out of the game for a long time. And now they come right back in and it's stated that this is the biggest fight in UFC. Now, Ronda was promoting their fight, of course. But I don't know if she was throwing hyperbole to promote their fight. I don't know if she was just saying these things and they're not true. Because the reality is, Ronda Rousey, I don't know any bigger name than Ronda Rousey. Amanda Nunes is up there, and she just came back and fighting in the UFC. But a Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano fight, those are two big names, two of the most well-established MMA fighters ever for women. And they are doing a fight that's not in the UFC. And you couple that with, and it's so funny, I was just with Dana White about a week ago. And you know, I love Dana. I love him, man. He's a good dude. He was saying, Michael, man, haven't seen you. Where you been, man? You got to call me and come to the fights. I said, Dana, I've been to fights. I just had other people. You know what I'm saying? I've been to those fights, you know, because Dana, my boy. Now, Dana, yeah, he used to bring me to Vegas all the time to talk with his fighters. And one of the fighters he brought me to really try to help mentor was Jon Jones. Brought me out there, met with him, talked with Jon Jones, we became boys and everything. Because Dana's a good dude, and Dana knew, you know, Jon is Jon. You know, Jon was like a young Michael. You know, he's just gonna do his thing, and he's a bad boy. He's gonna show up and play, and that's what Jon does. And Dana really wanted to be and do everything to help Jon. He knew how talented he was. So he would bring guys in like me who had issues to try to help Jon to make sure that he gives him, you know, all the mentoring he can. But Jon is his own guy, you know, and I see it still to this day. Now look at this that's going on. The reason Ronda Rousey says certain things like that is because look at what's going on right now between Dana and Jon Jones. Jon Jones, to me, and not just to me, to Dana also, is the greatest fighter in the history of MMA UFC. Greatest fighter in the history of the UFC. When you start talking MMA, period. And Dana has said this. You know, and I'm watching this now, and I see this back and forth that's going on between Dana and Jon. Dana says there's no way he was never going to be on the card. Jon Jones says, and he answered it, clapped back today, saying, "Wait a minute, Dana. I gave you a number, came off that number. We were negotiating. Dana said there was no chance he would ever be in this fight. Jon said, that's not true. You lowballed, offered me money, and I didn't take it. So now you're going to say that we were never in negotiations. And he just says, Jon flat out said to Dana, that's not true. Tell the people the truth or release me from the UFC. Now, if Jon ever gets released from the UFC, that opens up every door. Think about it. The Francis and Ngannou fight. Everybody wants to see Jon Jones. And you're going to do that with Jake Paul, or you're going to do that with Netflix. You see what I'm saying? And it's going to be humongous. And you can make the kind of money that he wants to make. I'm sure Jon, that's what Jon's thinking. Jon's seeing these other guys make that big money, and he's, he's trying to get his value from the UFC. And I'm sure Jon is looking at what Conor McGregor did and the kind of money he got in and the kind of money he made right away because of the draw he was. But Conor was bringing a whole other country with him, and he was a hell of a draw. He brought the whole country with him. And Dana and them played on that. If you go to a Conor McGregor fight, man, they be everywhere. Them dudes be everywhere. And they be spending money and drinking. He's that kind of a draw. Now, he'll never be in his best day, in his best dream, nowhere near Jon Jones. Nowhere near Jon Jones. Now, you guys know nobody can defend me, but I finally found someone that can. SimpliSafe is the only defender that can cover the playmaker. That's because it isn't just another alarm. It's designed to help stop crime before it starts. SimpliSafe is customized to act 24/7 so I don't have to worry. I've had my SimpliSafe system for a few months now. I love it. It's easy. It is great. They got your back, whether you're busy, asleep, or on a plane, like me. There's no long-term contract, and they even give you an anti-theft guarantee. This month, you can go ahead and take 50% off a new system. Go get yourself security that helps stop crime before it happens. Go to SimpliSafe.com/playmaker. That's SimpliSafe.com/playmaker to get the discount. Remember, there is no safe like SimpliSafe. And I'm disappointed and hurt because I thought that White House fight, Jon Jones should have been in that fight. You got to put Jon Jones up against Tom Aspinall or somebody who everybody wants to see. And why don't you make that fight? You got Dana, and I told Dana, I'm going to call him, and I'm going to get him on the show, the White House show. He said, call me, Mike, I'll come on, and I want to see you back at the fights with me and everything. And I told him, I said, okay, man, because he's my dude, man. Dana and I used to walk in and out, he would be in his private room, and then we walk to the arena together. I love Dana. I love him. But I wish they would have gotten this together, him and Jon. I wish they could have had some kind of better relationship or have somebody in between negotiating so the emotions don't run so high, because we are being cheated. We are being cheated. And the one thing that I've always given Dana, that I give him credit for, and that's why boxing is dying and I'm a bigger UFC fan than boxing fan, is because he makes the great fights. He just took the belt. Who was that? Or who just stepped away from the belt? I just saw where somebody stepped away from the belt, and Dana's like, okay, we're gonna put another fight right on in there, So Dana, this is the fight to make for the White House. Jon said he was started training. Come on, man. I love you. I love Jon. Y'all, please stop this shit talking out here on social media. Sit your asses down and come to an agreement so we are not cheated. I don't want to be cheated of the greatest fighter in the history of this great game that Dana White has taken to this level. Dana, you and Jon Jones is reminding me of Jimmy and Jerry Jones right now. Y'all got something great. Put down y'all shit. Come together and ride this thing out. Get whatever years Jon Jones got left, put his butt back in that ring, and everybody gonna show back up. Everybody will show up. And I wanna see it. I wanna see it at the White House. You know, I didn't want to see Conor McGregor, but I do want to see Jon Jones. And I hope it ain't too late to put the cat back in the bag and everybody's going to try to say Dana right, Jon Jones right. I don't give a damn who's right. Both wrong. Both are wrong. Figure it out. Put down these egos. Stop letting people outside here get in the way of the money y'all two can be making. And get y'all butts to making some money. And let me see the greatest fighter ever do what he does best. And that's fight. And let me see the greatest promoter, owner, everything ever do what he does, which is put on the best fights. Dana, both of y'all get back to doing what you do. You need each other, period.